Hello, golfers, Phi Golf enthusiasts. I was going to make a little Phi Golf tip video, but instead, this is a continuation of Can Phi Golf help you improve your game? And well, I told you the last week I played my first game in of the season since November, and I have to tell you, this is the course I play. And that's the little layout there. Let's see how close we can get to. And you see, I'm in New York City. It says Golf NYC. Okay, now we want to put it in that square. There we go. So I was getting on a par three course. I was getting very last year. I was triple digits all the time. I could not believe that I had played golf well, even though it was close to 50, on the better side of 50 years ago. I couldn't believe that I'd ever played golf the way I was playing. So, I'd done a bunch of things. I gotten plastic. Just before I ordered this, I ordered a bunch of plastic golf balls to help me get the ball, practice driving. Well, not really driving, chipping, because I don't have room to swing a driver in my little apartment, and that's a good reason to have this. And what else did I do? And I got a couple of. Now I've added a third one. That's part of a couple of wedges, 52 and a 60, and a putter. The putter is what got the whole game. My girlfriend told me to get something for my birthday that I really wanted, and I hadn't thought about it much, but I guess I really wanted a putter, so I got myself a really nice Cleveland putter, and then I got a couple of cheap wedges to go along with it. And when I got out to the course with those, I really wanted to play with my own clubs. I didn't want to use since I got that putter, I didn't want to use anybody else. I didn't want to rent clubs to play the game. So I got out there and it was bad. Like I told you, triple digits, bunch of sevens and maybe eights. I don't know if I got a. Over the course, I might have gotten 1-9. They tell you the course rule says you take a six and you're playing by yourself. There's nobody behind you, and you want to know what you're really doing. That's what I do. So I determined this year either this helped me or I'm not a nighttime golfer. Because last week I went out there and I got a 90. I remember the score, right? This week, all I did was swing my club. I didn't play any fly golf, just practice. No games on fly golf, and I got a 76. And we go from triple digits to 90. So I could say could have been 103, but it definitely comes from. It wasn't 100. I think I remember even 100. It's probably like 102, one or something, like triple digits. Down at least 11 strokes, then down to 14 strokes. No play, no game. Just swinging the club smoothly. And I mean, I did do it practically. I did every night that I wasn't sore and tired. So that we'll say that's like 5 out of 7 nights most times. In a couple of weeks, I only did like 3 or 4 because I've been really busy. And it's one thing. It's not 7. I talked about consistency, but it wasn't 7 days a week. I'm an old man. And I'm busy, so it could have been three, as few as 2 or 3 days. and as many as 6 to 7 days. But as long as you remember that you want to do it and you do it, and you remember the consistency helps. So if you don't want to do it and you have time, do it. It's gonna help. It's like music lessons. Let me tell you. Um, there were a lot of times that I was tired and I didn't want to read, but I read anyway, and now I read. Not great, but a lot better than before. So, um, at the pitch and putt, uh, I had to rent clubs because my clubs are in my apartment and I can't get into it. It's not ready yet. Fire department has, well, I guess whoever has to okay construction or whatever, that hasn't happened. They haven't notified us. So, I went. It was a beautiful. I had made myself a rule last year that if I didn't play softball on Sunday, I would play golf for exercise. Right. That was my new rule since I like golf, and um, sometimes I have to miss. We had a lot of rainy seasons. So you don't play softball after on a Sunday. It means generally somewhere during that next week the weather's going to be warmer and drier, and you're going to get to play golf. Because my permit, I can only play on Sunday. There's the people I know play on Sunday, and that's the one thing. It's a pickup game, and no big thing. So I decided that if I didn't get there, this would be good. So I didn't play last week. My softball equipment is in my apartment with my golf equipment, so I had to rent clubs, and I rented a putter, a nine. The first week, a putter, a nine, and a pitching wedge. This week, I found the nine was too loud. And now I'm hitting the ball well, and that's the thing about it. When you hit the ball well, the ball travels. When you hit the ball in the center of the center of the glove, it doesn't take a lot for the ball to go where you want to go. And I was doing that with consistency because I was just using the training app, and the way I train is, it opens up with the driver at 220 because everybody likes to drive, right? I switch it off of that and straight to the bottom because if you can make more acceleration through your highest lofted clubs, that's going to travel, if you're hitting it harder and faster, it's just going to travel through the rest of your clubs. So I started with that. And I noticed, I thought it might have been them playing around with the technology to get more accurate hits or whatever. But my biceps were a little sore, so it means I was tearing muscles, and that means that I actually am hitting it further with even with the lower lofted. Like I was hitting in the 40s, 40 yards, and 40 and 50 yard range, and low 40s for low to mid 40s miles per hour swing. Now I can get it up to like 51 or 53 with what they listed as the SW. Now the SW sand wedge in the game is listed as a 60. The next club up is a 56. So I guess the pitching wedge, if you continue in those increments, would be a 52 because that's what the pitching wedge was I used yesterday. This is my second game. So yesterday I used a pitching wedge and a sand wedge. So that's like a 52 and a 60. So I ordered a 56. And next week I'm gonna um, ditch. I'm not gonna rent a 52. Excuse me. I'm not gonna rent a pitching wedge. I'm just gonna use a 56 and a 60. And because in here in the Phi Golf app, I can reach with a big swing, with even a smaller swing with with a 50 with a 60, but I might have to, the dispersion might be a little bit wider, so I want to try a 56 instead of a 60, 56 instead of a 60, 56 instead of a 52 to get the distance, and use the 56 most. Use the 56 on 50 up and the 60 below 50, and we'll see. Like on the short chips, anything close to the green, I'm going to use the 60. And to get onto the green, I'll use the 56. Unless it's, I don't know if they have 40s. They have 140, 45. They have 1, 2, 3. It's not a long course. It's next to City Field. This is New York City. Not a lot of green space, and there's lights on it. And they made part of the back nine smaller to make a mini golf, uh, miniature golf. Yeah, miniature golf. Just the putting. So I didn't remember the back nine the way it was when I first started in the 70s, like 70. I think I was in ninth grade or 10th grade because one of my buddies was still there. It could have been eighth grade, he was still there. So that was like, if my buddy Jay was still there, that had to be like 72. So it was 50. I kept playing after that, but it was there, right? So, well, actually, it could have been later because Jay left and we kept being friends after that, and we hung out together after that. So it could have been as late as 76. One way or the other was a long time. And they narrowed the part of the back nine and squeezed it to get in the uh, the mini golf to the right. So they abbreviated those holes. Those are, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes under 50 yards. So those would be for the 60, and everything else. Now the first hole is supposed to be 80. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize the first hole is supposed to be as long as the ninth. Wow. So the first hole is 80. This makes me itch to want to get onto a longer par 3. I think there's one out somewhere in Brooklyn or Queens, or it's gonna cost a little more. Because for me, this is the good thing about a city course is you get city senior rates. It only cost me $12.50. I can play this day and the night. Oh yeah. So yeah. But the first the on the out, I birdied the sixth hole, which I got an 8 on the last time. But they changed the pin placement a little bit. It's a little easier, and that was very satisfying. And on the back, I got a little tired, but I got 1-6, and the rest fours or fives. No pars. It's all doubles and singles and double bogeys. But that used to be a big blow up. A lot of times, one thing I did find out from the playing Phi Golf uh, on on the courses, I only play 9 holes, is that when you hit a bad shot, right now here you don't have to walk to your ball, and when you play a real game, you're gonna walk over to your ball and think about it. But even when you do that, you can't be frustrated. You have to relax. What do I say? Um, Decelerate, contemplate, relax, and shoot. Because if you don't relax, tension is the, as a musician, I can tell you that I can't remember who told me this, where I heard it. I should say, he didn't tell it to me personally. It was in a video. I can't remember who said it because I like to quote people, but tension is the enemy. Is probably Robert Estrin. Tension is the enemy of good performance. You don't want to be tense. So if you're relaxed, you have to decelerate, because if you rush right into the shot, you're gonna screw up. It's no. Then you have to think about what you want to do, and then once you've made that plan, you feel good in executing. You have to relax and shoot. Okay. So that's what I've learned from Phi Golf, and that's how you can improve. Oh, there's one more thing though. One more. I got the 56 because in Phi Golf, if I want to practice hitting 60s or 50s or 40s with the 56, because that's what I'm going to be using, I can practice that. I can practice hitting 40-yard chips, 50-yard chips. How far they get into the air and land before they roll. You can pick. I mean, because that's the way they listed: 60, 56, 52. So if you want to end this short game, let me tell you, everybody tells you this. Once you get a hold of your driver, once you get a hold, you can put a ball and you can keep the ball on the fairway. The short game is the deal. It's the deal. I don't, I'm not one of those guys that's going to take and pull out a pitching wedge and hit it in 130, 140 yards. So I play links golf, and the top edge of my pitching wedge there is 100. I think I can get a pitching wedge. What is it? I can't get it 100, 80 or 90. And I start hitting triple digits and made it maybe a 7 iron. Maybe I can get a 7 if I hit it square and get a 7 iron, 103, 105 yards. In this game, somehow I think that if I get to a real course, I'll be able to do a little bit better. But so far, it's been accurate, so I can't. But the thing about it, what surprised me is that when I went out there last year, before I had the golf, man, I could not. It was just a struggle getting the balls in the air. And the last two holes here, we're right next to the mini golf, so they have a net up, and I shanked a couple of them right. The first one I went right went maybe about 20 or 30 yards, and the other one went maybe 30 or 40 yards. But the net saved them. You couldn't say they're out of bounds because, you know, it's less than a club length off the fairway, off the edge of the tee, off the tee box. So you can't call it out of bounds. It's just a bad shot. You play your shot from there because, you do still have the fence to clear to get your ball off. So that's the workaround. So yeah, you just practice whatever you can practice whatever club gives you the most trouble. If you can't, if you're afraid of a club, that's the club you can practice in the practice. You can hit it day into night. You don't have to chase the balls. That's the great thing about Phi Golf. You wake up. It's just like I'm a handicapper. I play horses. When I wake up, I'm at work. I wake up, I go to my computer, start working. I'm at work. That's my commute is the walk from my from my bed. Actually, right now my bed is right here. My bed's right over there because I'm an Airbnb for now, and my desk is right here. So when I wake up, it's two steps, and that's what it is with Phi Golf. You don't have to drive to the driving range. You don't have to drive to well, I don't drive. I'm a New Yorker. I don't have a license. I don't drive. I'm horrible. I don't have the coordination, the confidence and coordination to drive. I take the subway. So yeah, no transportation issue. All you have to do is go to your club, turn on your software, and play. And I don't even have a lot. I don't even with. This is what I use. This little tablet. I got this eBay, $70 or so. I cast to here. My software's on here, and then I can cast to this. At home, I cast to this computer, but my computer's on a larger screen and it's good. So I have to think about a different way to hook up a different screen. So this will be because as things are tight in my apartment, I have to rearrange a lot of things. But yeah, yeah, you can practice any club, whatever your weaknesses, you can you can strengthen it. You can't make. I won't say you can make it a strength. But you can strengthen your weaknesses and even out your game. So that's the way I've used the Phi Golf app, and I'll give you a really quick tip about Phi Golf. Is that you keep when you're putting, put the club as close to the ground as possible. That's going to give you the real putting feel because if you keep it at the same distance as you do, the same type of grip that you do, just trying to be like a ball short of hitting the ball, when you take a full swing, you don't get that full you don't get that putting motion. You keep the ball, keep the club. That's why the club is weighted as this. You keep the club as close to the ground as possible, and then keep your regular putting motion. You'll feel the numbers. Numbers right because I. Oh my goodness. Well, part of my high scores, these fours and fives, is that I played hockey. I didn't hit. See, I put down here um, how many greens I hit in regulation. That's the second line, and you see a lot of twos. Now that par and the birdie, those are ones, right? And the other par at the end, the par on nine, that's a one. Now we'll take a look at the back. I don't think there's any ones back there. This is all in pencil. Yeah, I messed up one par there. Oh, actually, that's a bunch of bad putting. The 10th I got on in regulation. The 12th I got on in regulation. But those are the two. The rest are bad putting. I didn't like that little. They have the little rental old time putters. You know, I call them hot dogs because they look like hot dogs have been cooked, and it curls up at the end. And they're really short. These were the miniature hot dogs. My putter is heavy. It's new. Well, I mean, if you've seen just because I saw him, it's the same type of putter that Tiger uses. You know, it's the wide type of with the hollowed out back, and you know, it's mid range. It's not the new circular whatever type putters. But this one is so small and so light that I just didn't get the feel, you know, of the sound. You know, the weight is different. So what can I tell you? I got used to the putter my girlfriend bought. So I just thought if I got to my new clubs, could be set. What did I say? 76 this one. Could be 60s next time. I mean, that's the goal. You know, because I get my putting going. Oh yeah, and you know you hit more greens in regulation. It's going to be more fours. I got a bunch of fours here, but they were on the edge. Those ones on the back nine, they were on. They were really close. They were really close, but they were what I would call makeable putts. But the greens were a little quick, and had to be really tentative. You know, I didn't want to take it and send the ball. You know, I watched the Paige Spiranak um, video, and part of the putting says you'd rather be high and go past it than low and short. Because if you go low and short, you didn't give yourself a chance. But the thing about it, if you go past the hole on on fast greens, it's bad news. Really, I've done that. So I said I'm not going to leave myself You want to be in the circle. This is who is this? This is Tropicana Golf. Jimmy Tropicana Golf. You want to get the ball, that first putt, inside of 3 feet. 3 feet, the jacuzzi. Just think about it, the jacuzzi. 3 feet. That's where you want to be. I watch a lot of golf videos. A lot. It's calms me down. Great game. All right, that's it. I know I've gone on, but I hope this helps you and encourages you to get Phi Golf 2 Golf Simulator. It's great, great practice. You don't need a well, like I said, you don't need a big golf simulator and a whole big thing to improve your game. Just this was I got it on sale. I think it was $250, and I got it on sale for reduced. So yo, it's worth it. All right, take care. And my little poem for the drives for the T for Golf Links 2000 is may all your swings be sweet, not bitter. May your ball land on short grass and not in kitty litter. Take care.